What's up, Leo? Welcome to your general, no, this isn't your general, I lied, your love reading for the month of November 2018. This is going to be perfect for you if you are a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Please check out your other signs. If the messages don't resonate, they won't always resonate with everybody. And please be sure to check out your Leo general reading, okay? Those are already up, or they will be up, and the link will be down below in this description box. So thank you. Let's get into this. Now, just before I go deep into the cards, what it feels like for me, just an overall vibe, right? It feels like Leo right now, you guys are very much concentrating on your finances, your work, and also I feel like just your internal work, I feel like you guys are working on building you up right now. Relationships, I don't know that you're so much tripping, a lot of you, off of being in a relationship right now, because I feel like there are things that you want to work out with yourself. I do feel like there are a number of you who are in relationships with maybe someone who has a higher paying job than you, a higher status in their job or something, and there is a little bit of friction within that. I hate to say sorry, especially if you're a male Leo. It's almost like there might be a thing with feeling like you're almost not enough because someone is so established. And so this need to work really hard and get your shit up so that you feel like you're their equal. Because it feels like there's a part of you guys in here somewhere that feels like you're not worthy. You are worthy. So stop that now. So definitely within this, it feels like there needs to be some healing going on with you, with them, with the situation. And there's potential for commitment. There's potential for things to turn around. I think that communication is going to be key, which communication is always the damn key, ain't it? But yeah, it feels kind of like that right now. So let's get into it. So the bottom of the deck energy, the unseen energy, you've got the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is about carrying too heavy of a damn load. Okay, this is the person who refuses to make a bunch of rounds after buying groceries. So they try to carry all 15 of their bags in the house at once because they don't want to go back outside. This is that. This is the energy of things feeling heavy, feeling overwhelmed with responsibilities, feeling overwhelmed with things that need, your attention. Just feeling really overwhelmed. It could be with work, could be with relationship. This is a relationship reading. So there's something about this relationship that's just kind of feeling a little bit heavy for you guys right now. I also think that could be why there's so much attention on just dealing with you and working you out, right? You guys are Eight of Pentacles, because it feels like in whichever ways that you feel like you can't tackle this relationship, or this relationship feels too heavy, it's almost like you guys just go and escape in your work right now. I feel like you're very much money motivated. Again, there is a sense that maybe there is an imbalance in terms of so-and-so makes more than you, so maybe you don't feel worthy of their love type thing. That's BS, okay? So if that's even the idea, especially for men, I'm feeling strong. If that's the issue, don't make it an issue, okay? Because I don't feel like it is the issue. At least in terms of how the other person feels. Although I do feel like this is something that if it is going on in your relationship, I do feel like it's something that the other person notices and feels like there needs to be healing within that. Because it feels like for them, you're almost thinking everything's a competition, and they're like, no, no. Okay. But I do feel like a lot of you Leos right now are really focused on your finances. You're focused on your personal growth and development. And that's always a good thing, right? That's always a great thing. Now, how you're feeling about the other person, you guys got that Five of Pentacles. So again, you may be feeling inferior to this person. Maybe they make more money than you. Maybe they have a higher status than you. Maybe there's some type of popularity that they have that you don't, right? You could be with a local celebrity or a real celebrity. And maybe it's now you're walking around being so-and-so's girlfriend. And you're just this ain't lit. It reminds me of, I was watching Ayana Van Zandt Fix My Life, and she had, this proves that girl's point. Mallory, Cynthia Bailey's sister Mallory on there, and her whole thing, was she felt for some years she was living in the shadows of her sister Cynthia, and oh, there's Cynthia's sister, Cynthia's sister, Cynthia's sister. So it almost feels like this, like, oh, there's Brittany's boyfriend, or something like that, where you're just like, this shit, nah, it's cute. Like, I'm glad you're doing good, but I don't want to be over here looking like some little raggedy person you're just almost entertaining because you feel bad for. I don't know. I do feel like this is something that's all in your head, though, Leo, I will say. But there is something about the relationship I feel like you desire and want, but I don't know how much of that is actually because you love this person, and I don't know how much of that is speaking in terms of like speaking to your ego. Like you want this person because it'll make you feel good knowing that you could lock down this person type thing, okay? That's something to consider. This is general, so it's going to be different for everybody. Remember, these scenarios could be flip-flopped, okay? So if this isn't you, Leo, feeling like this might be the person that you're dealing with feeling like this towards you, Leo, okay? Now, your highest concern or your highest desire for the relationship, I think you want to be straightforward. I think you want to be able to be communicative and say how you feel and mean what you say. I think you want to be seen as this very much got it together person who's very smart and logical and people can come to them for things, right? Because that is who the Queen of Swords is. She is that caterpillar that's evolved into a butterfly, right? As we see with her little butterfly crown. Like, she's over caterpillar stage. I feel like you want this person in general and people in general to look at you like, you know, you're something to be respected and all that. I do feel like there's communication that probably needs to be had between you and this person. If you are feeling like you are like kind of nothing and lacking in some kind of area, I think it's important to talk to the person. Now, this I'm feeling strongly can be with an air sign person, or there's so much earth, it could be an earth. So we're talking Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, right? But it feels like in terms of this, if you are feeling a little bit raggedy, feeling a little left out, feeling like, you know, the redheaded stepchild, it may be helpful to have this communication with the other person and let them know that what your concerns are, and not in a bitching and whining and picking them apart way, and not in a way where you want them to just feel bad for you, but just so you guys are on the same level of understanding with things. So if there's days where you feel very distant, or they're like, look, you're just paying so much attention to work, like, why can't you just like give that a rest? It's like, it might be important for them to know, like, look, I'm really trying to build up for me, because, you know, it does make me feel a little insecure that people just look at me like, oh, I'm Stephanie's boyfriend, or, you know what I'm saying? It's something like that. And even if it's not that exact scenario for you guys, the intensity of it for me feels something like that, okay? Now, this person, Queen of Pentacles energy. So again, I feel like they are someone who definitely has their stuff together. They may be a mother. They may have their own business. They may be someone who is really like one with nature and likes to be out and you know, just really get grounded. They may be one that's really caring, but just like this person, this Queen of Pentacles has her shit together, right? She's got it together. She's got her own businesses. She's a CEO of her home. She knows how to run that well. You know, people really go to her for advice, especially when it comes to like business and stuff, because she knows the ropes. She knows money. She knows how to move money, and she's money connected, right? So you may be dealing with someone who, again, a little bit higher up the pyramid in your view. So it may be making you trying to work just as hard, because there are many, in some way they make you feel inferior, you know, and they're not even trying to. And I think you realize that they're not trying to. It just almost feels like, I'm not good enough. I can't meet you. It's like a person who meets a prince and you're like, what? You like me? You know, and you're just like, are you sure? Do you know who I am? I'm a mess. That kind of thing. Now, how they feel about you? I feel like they do try to reach out to you. If this is a concern of that off balance, I do feel like this is someone who, in their own way, tries to extend love to you, but they feel like you're not biting. I just feel like they feel you so deep inside of your work and so deep inside of your things that you can't even see what's in front of you, right? Like, if you're worried about the money, or if you're worried about the status or whatever, they're looking at you like, but babe, I don't care about any of that. Like, I love you and I try to show you, but you're so worried about these other things and what other people think that you are dismissing me. You know, it's something like that. So I do feel like there's a little bit of I feel like there's love there. I feel like there's a chance for definite healing there too, because in their highest desire, you got the star card, but it almost feels like they're kind of in this stuck place and having to really gather their thoughts and their feelings, because they're like, I love you no shit, but if we're going to keep going here, or if this is going to be our issue, if this is the hill you want to die on, I don't know that I can die there with you, right? Now, with this star card, I feel like they want healing into this relationship. So again, that Queen of Swords and the way that it's sitting on top of this star card indicates to me, I think communication will be like your friend. I think I said that in your general. Or maybe I said it earlier today, right? I don't know, shit. But communication, I feel like that will be, and like heartfelt communication, and really having that balance in communication, not just being like, but also putting some of that feminine energy on it, right? To soften the blows. I feel like where this person might be very popular, maybe like an Instagram something, or a promoter in your city, or hell, it could be a celebrity, could be I don't know, somebody who's out there and people know about them. I feel like in their eyes, like, you're the star, like, baby, you the star. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they just really want to get to a place where you feel like that too. I feel like they really want to get to a place where they feel like your relationship is more balanced, because it feels like you guys have the finance aspect of it. Like, if you were to combine the two of you guys, I feel like you guys would be in a really good place financially, but what does that do for you emotionally? And it's funny, you know, looking at the star, so there's a foot in the water and there's a whole ass shin, knee, ankle, foot on land. So again, it's like, I feel like in terms of material things, you guys are fine, but it's like there needs to be that balance of being fine with the way that things are and still being in that loving place and able to receive love from one another and not worry about the other stuff. Remember, you guys, for your general reading, please go check that out, got the Starfish card. And that's all about digging deep, going deep within to find truth, not just looking at things from a surface level. So if you're looking at this relationship and you're looking at the compatibility of it, you're like, but he's up here and I'm down here. You're not looking deep enough. Right? You're not looking deep enough. Look past the surface where you feel like you might be inferior or, you know, don't meet their whatever. I feel like you guys, you do bring balance to the situation. I just feel like you can't see it because the way that you're looking at it, there's going to be a need to change your perspective. Also, okay, yep. Look, it's all connecting. General reading, near future, you guys got the Hangman. That's all about having to surrender to a situation and change your perspective, right? So I think that's going to be really important for you in terms of love this month. Now, obstacles. You guys are still like seething over some type of a heartbreak. And this could be someone that you've been dealing with in the past or that you've dealt with before. And maybe there are things in healing that needs to come through with that star card, and communication that needs to be, you know, come through with that Queen of Swords card because of something that's happened in the past. That could also be why you're just like so worried about your work right now. And, you know, there's almost that fear of pushing forward because of these things that have happened in the past. But, you know, it doesn't make sense keeping in this Three of Swords mindset if you don't want a Three of Swords outcome. It also doesn't make sense because, like, we don't get what we are in life. I'm sorry, we don't get what we want in life. We get what we are. Okay? Law of attraction, like attracts like. So, in terms of, and this is love, obviously, so we're talking about love. In terms of love, if what you want is a very connecting, loving, equal, harmonious, honest, truthful, passionate love, you have to figure out a way to embody that so you can attract that. Okay? Now, what's going good for you guys is it's the world. This is a whole new page, honey. We're on a whole new page. We're in a whole new chapter. We're doing a whole new everything. And again, I talked in your general reading about you guys being very consistent and your consistency really coming through in the clutch, right? You're starting to see little traces of how your consistency has helped you. I also told you guys to check out the book, The Compound Effect by Darren White? I don't know. The Compound Effect, really good book about habits and the habits that we do and maintaining habits and how over time those habits compound into different things for us, right? Yeah, you guys are closing out a cycle. It may be a little uncomfortable. I feel like with this cycle, it's going to require you guys to leave the lower vibrational people and the lower vibrational thoughts behind. And then when you do that, you can have real connection with somebody. So there's potential for great things, especially if there's someone that you guys are already dealing with. There's potential. If you are single, and there's nobody you're thinking about, there's potential still. I feel like with this spread, even though it's not saying it, it's like there's a love yourself first element. Because the people around you who notice you and see you for you, they love you. They really are, interested in you. But it doesn't even matter how they feel if you can't see that for yourself, right? But I do feel like you have opportunity for some amazing connection and definitely some amazing spiritual connection. I love how this is sitting below the star card and below the star card and beside the world card. That's beautiful to me. It's like through this healing that you are doing, through this communication, this talk that you need to have or whatever, I feel like that's what's going to turn your wheel, right? You've got unlimited, and you got the world twice. You got the world in your general spread. This is a really important time. You have the potential to make some great connections here. Continue to work on yourself. Continue to work on your craft. Continue to work on your spirit. But also realize that you are so worthy. And whoever's around you, they see you as someone who's worthy, but they see that you don't see that. So they don't know that this is something that they want to jump into, because eventually your vibe is going to rub off on them, right? And we already know when we're feeling low vibrational and our vibe is wrong, it affects with our money. And Queen of Pentacles, she's about her money, honey. She is. So I feel like there's someone around you who really cares, but at the same time, they understand the idea of loving yourself first, and they're not going to let your insecurities or your things get in the way. It doesn't mean that they don't love you. They love themselves though, and they show you every day that they love themselves because they take good care of themselves, right? And so I think they just want a little bit more of that from you on an emotional level, like really taking care of the little Leo inside of you, okay? Now, you guys got to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Beautiful. So again, if it seems like you and this person don't match in some type of way, keep an open mind. If it's like they're older, you're younger, different religions, hell, you might be dealing with someone like same sex, and maybe that's new. If it's the money thing, that's a different and has you a little bit shaken. I feel like it's really right now to keep an open mind. With this reading and the other reading, you guys had like the Sun card, you had the Star, you had High Priestess, we had, Hierophant right here, Two of the Worlds. Like, you have so many great things coming up to you, or coming into your life, and just keep an open mind about it, okay? But still being clear with what you want, and that's fine, right? So I love you guys, and I will see you next month. Let me know if you guys would like a personal reading. You can email me at she'svibeytarot@gmail.com. I would love to, help you guys out with that. If you need to look at my menu of services, you can look at my About tab, and it explains everything there, pricing and all. Okay? I love you, Leo. Please.